what's up, athletes? Welcome back to week 10 of Foundations of Leadership. Today we're going to talk about how great leaders take advice. If you ask any great leader who has influenced them, they're likely to have a list of people ready to rattle off to you. And it's most likely going to be composed of people they actually know, maybe a father, mother, a grandparent, a coach or teacher that's really influenced them. A mix of that, people they already know, and a mix of people that they don't know but they really admire their work. Maybe a famous coach, maybe a famous athlete, a writer, a politician, maybe a successful businessman, something like that. The lesson I want you to learn from this is that great leaders learn from others. The simple truth of the matter is that people that are very successful, they plagiarize a lot. Usually new things that are created are composed of mostly things that have already existed. When a new type of computer comes out, every component of that computer is not brand new. It's not a new thing that's never existed before. Most of these computers are made up of pieces that exist in a whole bunch of other computers. They're just put together in a different way. Or maybe there's one or two new pieces that have been tweaked just a little bit to make them a little better. If you think of when a musician or a songwriter makes a song, they're not inventing musical notes. These are the same notes that people have been using since the beginning of time. There's no new music notes being invented. They're just being put together in a different way, in a different pattern, in a different rhythm to make a new song. Look at your workouts even. A better workout, a more intense workout. They're not really completely new. Your body can only move in so many different ways. They're just taking these same movements that your body has always been able to do, putting them together in a new sequence, maybe focusing on certain parts of the movement and adding different types of resistance or resistance in different spots. Your trainers aren't creating new exercises, they're just putting them together in new ways. Great musicians, great engineers, great coaches, great trainers, they're all just really good at using what has already existed, what somebody else already invented, putting their own little spin on it and applying it to their situation that they are in. It's the same way for being a great leader. There are a lot of great leaders in this world that already exist and have a lot of great methods for leading and doing things that are successful. Take advantage of this. Ask people you know personally who are great leaders for advice on this. Seek out videos and podcasts and books on the best way to do things. More information is available to you right now than has ever been available to anyone in the history of the world. Right now, you have more access to any information than any of the great pharaohs of Egypt, than any of the philosophers from Greece, more than any great inventor that's ever existed. You have more information at your fingertips than Steve Jobs before he invented Apple, than Bill Gates before he invented Microsoft. Take advantage of this. Be humble enough to realize that you don't know everything. Be smart enough to know that you don't need or want to reinvent everything. Seek out the advice and help from people that have already done what you're trying to do. Ask a coach, ask a teacher, ask an upperclassman that's already been successful where you're trying to be successful. Maybe it's a teammate that you had a couple years ago who now they've graduated and they've moved on, they're in college. Maybe you can reach out to them and ask them what the keys to success are to be successful in your sport, how to lead the team that you're on in your area. Take the advice of these people and some of the things that they've done that you've watched them do that was successful and start to copy it. YouTube is full of free videos and advice from some of the greatest leaders and thinkers in the entire world. These people are on here sharing the wisdom that they've gained through a lifetime of experience. You can get that in 10 minutes, 15 minutes of just watching their video. That's priceless. There's people like Tony Robbins, Simon Sinek, Danny Silk, Coach K from Duke, Morgan Wooten, John Wooden, T.D. Jakes, any of the TEDx Talk series. Set out some time in your schedule to seek advice from these people that you know, to seek their input, to find some stuff online in books, wherever you can look, to find some of this advice on how to be a leader, how to be successful that already exists, and incorporate these into your life. You might have to tweak them just a little bit. You might put a little spin on them to make them your own and feel more genuine to you. Don't think that you have to go out there and come up with new methods and new styles of leadership. There's plenty of other great leaders that have been successful that you can pull from and start to practice and try out their methods in your life right now. You might have to tweak some of it to fit your situation, to fit the people that you're leading, but that's fine. That's what all great people do. That's what great creative inventors, great leaders do, is they take what already exists, what already works, and tweak it to fit their situation. I've enjoyed these 10 weeks of getting to share these building blocks, these foundations of great leadership with you. Hopefully you've learned a few things from me. I've learned things just as I've been preparing, and I've been sharing these things with you. Just talking about this stuff starts to unlock new ideas about leadership and new questions for me to ask myself and then go out and find answers to. Your journey on being a great leader has just begun, and hopefully it will never end. So go out there, have a great season, and be the great leader that you were created to be.